measuring a door is pretty similar to like kind of measuring how tall your kid is or how tall their shoulders are. So there's width and height. So you just take a tape measure, and if you just measure the actual door, so overwhelmingly doors are gonna be a 32 by 80 or 36 by 80, okay? And a lot of times they actually say like 79 or 79 and a half because a full opening, the frame's a little bit bigger. But you basically measure just the door for width and height with a tape measure. And then there's also a jamb. So you just wanna measure the inside frame where the door sits. Again, that's normally either like a 4 9/16 or 5 9/16. That's 95% door. So if you can measure those three things, how wide's the door, how tall is the door, and again, overwhelmingly 32 by 80 and 36 by 80, that's 95% of doors. And then we just need the jamb measurement, which is again 95% of the time it's either a 4 9/16 or like a 5 9/16. There are other exceptions, and those exceptions could add $200 or $300 to your quote. But like the average price of a front entry door is like $5,000. And so like, I know nobody wants to spend any extra money, but like you can get really close to the measurement for us to get your price if you just want to take a quick measurement. A lot of people ask like, well, like how do I know what contracts to go with? You're cheaper, you're more expensive. And so one of the big things is like, do we actually measure right? And it's not, do we measure the door right? It's, did we measure the jamb depth? Did we take into account you have brick around your door? Because now if we're off by ½ inch and you have brick, there's no solution, right? Like, I guess we could remove your brick, but obviously you would hate us and we would hate ourselves. And so the big thing is, do you know how to measure a window or a door? Do you get the jamb depth right? So we're not redoing drywall and trim that you didn't want done. Are we doing, if we're working on a lot of times people have very nice, either doors with side lights, or they have like double doors around brick. And then really it's more about what's the opening. Because sometimes we'll have to frame in the size of the door, but the most important thing is door can't come any bigger than a brick. It's gotta come at least basically a ½ inch smaller around. And so I can't tell you how many horror stories I've had from homeowners that call me and say, could you come install a door? Hey, I have a door, can we come install it? And like we try to do the right thing, and like it almost always get punished. So at least 10 times we've gone out there where someone bought their own door and like, can you install it for us? And sometimes we're off by 2 inches. And 2 inches is like, we can't just fix that problem. Because you're talking, a lot of times if we're on brick, it's, well, how many bricks do you want to take off? The answer is always none. And so it's super important to have a professional measure your door and actually order a high quality door.